the New Orleans Saints, and the Dallas Cowboys. On the Saints sideline, Kellen Moore spent time both as the quarterback for the Cowboys and later as their offensive coordinator. On the Cowboys side, it's head coach Brian Schottenheimer. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
So you take a look at last week's game, Mike, and you certainly wouldn't say that he played poorly. I mean, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's a clean slate. But when you talk to his coaches, they said they haven't seen him this motivated to bounce back after a loss in his entire career. So he's had a great week of practice. He's really challenging the guys around him to elevate their standard. And if it's any indication of how today is going to go, I think we're in for a treat.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing right away on the game's first play. Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, 1 play in, 1 sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here an early 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. A throw right side, taken in by Tucker. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So that'll bring up 4th down, and that'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
Anytime you cross the 500-yard threshold in a single game, Mike, you're clearly doing something right. They did not have an answer for him or this offense at all last week, and now it's up to this defense to see if they can cool off this hot arm. The good news, they've had all week to watch and come up with a game plan to take away some of the areas that he had success in last week. To accomplish something like that against this guy, it's going to be a lot easier said than done. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down. They will indeed go as the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They were taking a big risk going for it from their own territory. It does not pay off, and it's a turnover on down.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
Ready? Panther 60.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up being complete. He was looking for Kenneth Walker out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
1st and 10. He'll decide to keep this once more. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Here's a 3rd and 10.
Come on.
He'll drop to throw. That one swung out wide to Walker. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet in bounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Santos's kick is good. And the Saints are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Cowboys offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. As we move deeper in the season, he continues to put up the big numbers week after week. And you see it manifest there, the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Moving left. Now he takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. To the left side, and is caught by Holton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Henderson. He's got it. That's a 1st down at the cross midfield and down to the 47-yard line.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground, inside the 40, a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up a second and a yard. At the Saints' 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Stroud. Taken in by Horton. And he'll be taken down after a gain 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
First and 10.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Cowboys.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time by talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and I saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back on the ground and back to right. And the Cowboys are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Smith. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. And he'll take it on in. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Dallas. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He knocks it through. Cowboys move out to a 7-3 lead.
Saints 3.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This taken just shy of the goal line. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. There's Kellen Moore, the head coach of the Saints. His guys heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
On the jump. Ready.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They bring Chase in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. That one finds Chase. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 32 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete, but a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Here we go, set. Crack all 80. Let go.
They bring Chase in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Otten. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
18 Cardinal, 18.
First down, New Orleans.
They'll run the draw with Walker. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. They'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Back to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Trey Tucker, touchdown Saints. His 4th TD grab of the season. Santos, good on the extra point. The Saints are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First and 10.
Here's Stroud.
3-yard line.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
A short one there to Otten. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Tucker. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Check, Panther.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. Oh, yeah.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
From the 41, here's second down and 4. Now, faking the give. Open man. That's Alec Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready, break. Let's go.
That's left side to Tucker. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
Hey, check that, check that.
This is caught at 2. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Give him 27, and it's first and goal.
I'm not lying.
New Orleans.
Let the fullback try to power it home. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. His second rushing touchdown of the year. Santos, good on the extra point. And the Saints will get out in front, 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one brought in at the 16-yard line. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The head man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is first and 10. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
There's no doubting the fact, Mike, they've made a clear point in saying we need to get this guy the ball as often as possible, and so far they've had great success when they have gotten him the ball. I think defensively at some point you've got to find a way to get this duo out of this rhythm or they're going to be in for a long game.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Stroud trying to rally the troops and get them to the line quickly.
It's now second and 19 at the 31-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Get this complete to Horton. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's third and 7. Back to throw. Stroud. That one taken in by Mitchell. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down. And it'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. First and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 11. And the Cowboys first down. Here we go.
Here's Stroud. That is caught. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
So,
At the 1-yard line.
first half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been the go-to guy in this offense for the first half of the season. You can see it there. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
First down.
Give up the middle to Smith, and he'll get about 5. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. Coming across, he's got it in the hands of Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
14 yards.
They'll look to pick up the pace.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Look the hot, look the hot.
On first down, it's Stroud. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. And he will score. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dicker is good with the extra point. And the Cowboys are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready.
On the ground, it's Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots. They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
They bring Chase in motion. On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
On first and 10, here comes Walker. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. It is second and 6. Now this time they'll look to throw. And this is caught left sideline, but out of bounds, says the official. Incomplete. That ball a little late getting there. That's going to bring up third down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
To the outside, it's looked in by Chase. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Saints.
It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Saints first down.
No, no! Deputy!
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here is the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Let's go!
Here's Walker. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down, they need 7. Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
3rd and 7.
Here we go, set! Cougar 19! Cut it!
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Saints. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The head man in Dallas, Brian Schottenheimer, his offense going back to work once more. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll let this one go long for Williams.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback. Because this defense, they're on to him. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw him a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught left side by Otten. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Throw on the run is complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
Well, they say football is a game of inches, and plays like this explain why. You pick up a little bit more, it's a fresh set of downs. Now on 4th and short, this coach has a decision to make.
They'll try it now with Walker. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10.
That's good for a Saints.
It's Otten in motion. Here's Walker.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. Back to throw. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
Check. Here we go. Check.
They'll run with Walker. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
Santos on for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints add on to their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
All right.
On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. To the left side, that is caught by Holton. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
48-yard line.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. 3rd and a yard. Throwing is Stroud. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he's in. And Mitchell. Touchdown, Dallas. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Ticker out to send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 33-yard line.
32 yards. And the Saints, first down. It's a gain of 32. First down, Saints.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Let's go.
An inside give here to the fullback on the dive. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9.
Red. Cougar 19.
It's Otten in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. A short one there to Otten. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Throwing now from the gun. Get this complete right side to Otten. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple. And now we've got 3rd down coming up.
3 brings up 3rd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Cade Otten. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Santos lining up for the extra point.
Santos, good on the extra point. Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 15. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
20. That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 60 on the year. So the Cowboys set to go for 2.
All right.
Throwing from the pistol. Stroud. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Check.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. A throw right side. Taken in by Tucker. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
Let's go.
We're going to run it, and this is LaQuint Allen.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6.
Here we go. Reno.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Second down, Lawrence. That one swung out wide to Allen.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down.
Hey, Lion.
Now here's Lawrence. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. On 1st down, it's Stroud. Get this complete to Horton. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10.
On 1st down here, it's Smith. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. Smith again. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward, and will give him 4 yards.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. White Tony. 19.
From the gun, here's Stroud. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. 3rd down coming up. Stroud going to set up to throw. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. That's 3. 3rd
The reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for him.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go back to Allen. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
70 Timber Wolf.
They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. And he's going to have the Saints first down. That'll wind up a gain of 11 on 4th down.
And the Saints first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Saints.
Lawrence now. He's got it at the 7. And he's in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown Saints on incentives for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Saints are able to extend the lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Cowboys offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. Looked like one of the Cowboys was there to recover. Indeed, they will keep possession. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
4 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Back to throw. Stroud. Moving outside the pocket. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. That's right side and brought in by Williams. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Sensational stats in this one, and now that pass gets him over 300 yards on the evening. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They bounced back from the loss last week.